I think I just heard the most disgusting thing ever from Bill Maher. Now, some of you are going to like the guy, some of you aren't. You're going to wonder, okay, well, what's your take on it or whatever. No, the point of this is I think I found something we can all agree on, which in today's political environment is crazy, but I think we can all agree that what Bill Maher says here is absolutely disgusting. It has to do with abortion, which we all know that abortion is extremely divided. There, on one side is, look, all abortion is wrong, pro-life. On the other side, you usually go up to about 22, 23 weeks, right about the point of viability, where people say women have a choice. And then you have, of course, past 23 weeks, the idea of, hey, if the mother's gonna die, if this child gets to term, then maybe there are medically emergent abortions. And then, of course, the debate, most of the debate, I'd say about 80% of the debate, seems to exist really between the right of choice up to a certain point. So California, New York, you might be 22, 23 weeks up to the point of fetal viability where the child can exist on its own, right? The earliest a hospital is really going to take a preemie, I think it's 22 weeks, maybe 23. I think certain, like some of the colleges, like the UC systems in California, they'll take a child as soon as about 22, 23, but beyond that, they can't sustain. Okay, so that leaves the debate, like, hey, should it be at 6 weeks? And I'm going to play the clip from Bill Maher in a moment, but just to set the stage. That leaves a debate around, well, you know, women often find out by about 6 to 8 weeks. So should that decision be made immediately at that point? Can appointments be made that quickly? Should that even be allowed? Should states just choose? Should women have until 15 weeks or 18 weeks? Whatever. Even Donald Trump, and again, not to get political, but it's a touchy subject, but even Donald Trump has said, look, there is a consensus somewhere where he thinks he'll be able to strike a compromise on abortion, and that somewhere there'll be a happy middle ground. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think there are always going to be some people that say, look, no matter what, abortion is murder. And the reality is, it is. I mean, you're murdering a potential of self-sustaining life. But that doesn't mean you can't be pro that murder. You can't be pro that. Some people are, some aren't. I'm not taking a position on this. Bill Maher makes it clear that he's okay. He's pro-choice, he's pro-abortion, and he even says, look, I'm pro-murder. But that's not what the problem is that I have. That's not the disgusting comment that was made here. The disgusting comment. And I wrote it down so I don't mess it up, and I'm going to play a clip of it. But the disgusting comment has to do with the acceptance of murder because of the sake of that, well, we got enough humans anyway. This is by far the stupidest thing I've ever heard. We are growing our population at less than the rate of replacement right now. Look at population and birth rates in the United States, in Japan, in Europe. We are not having enough children to sustain the civilization that we have today. Now, I'm not saying that today's civilization is perfect. We got stupidity going on in the Middle East, in parts of South America, in our political system in America, in Europe. There are problems everywhere. There are people starving. It's disgusting. It's terrible. But to suggest that, well, murder is okay because we won't miss you because there are 8 billion people anyway, is by far the stupidest, dumbest, foot-in-mouth phrase I've ever heard in my career commenting on finance, news, politics, whatever. It is mind-blowing. I'm going to go ahead and play a portion of the clip. You can find the whole clip somewhere else, but let's play that clip right now, and we'll come back.
They think it's murder, and it kind of is. I'm just okay with that. I am. I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world. I'm sorry, we won't miss you. That's my position on it. What?
That's quite harsh, Bill.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
Is
sure
that not your position if you're pro-choice?
See, even Piers Morgan's initial reaction is, oh, that's quite harsh. Well, yeah, because it's so insensitive. First of all, I don't even think that people consider that, especially dudes, but the shit women have to go through, whether they're pro-life and they get pregnant but they can't sustain the child and they carry the child to term, the hell their bodies go through, the PT or the whatever it's called, postpartum depression that comes with not only the child coming out of you and the child not being in you anymore, which leads to postpartum, even in people who keep their child. But then imagine putting that child up for adoption, the amount of emotional trauma a person goes through who's pro-life, or on the flip side, the amount of trauma a person goes through who's pro-choice. They might never be able to have a child again because abortion can be a damaging procedure. They might feel horrible guilt because they're not ready to sustain a child in their life, or there's an illness, or there's a problem. No matter what, for women, this is a horrible thing. And to say, screw it, kill them, we got enough people. Yeah, that's my position. What a insensitive, sociopathic thing to say. I don't think I've ever been so disgusted by hearing somebody say that murder is well, it's fine because there are 8 billion people. My gosh, I don't think anybody, even people pro-abortion, can stand for that kind of argument. And I don't know, maybe I'm just emotional. So let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm just emotional. I have 7 children. And I absolutely love my children to death. Like where are they? Let's go find my children. Let's go say hello. Hey, look at this. What are you boys doing? What is this? What is this? What is this? Love you guys. Humans are awesome. And it's not just children, but, I've got a fantastic team of employees and associates and friends, and even people can disagree on topics, whether it is the timing of abortion or abortion or not, or politics or whatever. People can have disagreements on, does God exist? Does God not exist? I'm not taking a position on this stuff because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. A lot of these things are deeply personal to how people view the world and their spirituality, whether they believe in karma or this, that, or whatever. But simply saying, 8 billion people out there, F it, kill them. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. I think it's lunacy. And somebody like this, having a talk show and being on air spouting this kind of nonsense, really makes me question, who are we giving these microphones to? That's the beautiful thing about YouTube. Is outside of these corporate interests, we can all share our opinions here. So let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe I've lost the plot. Maybe I'm missing something here. Yeah, this isn't about a debate over whether or not it's murder or not. That's not the debate. This is not a debate over when it's okay and when it's not. This is a debate over, is it okay to just discard the value of a human life because there are 8 billion? Stupid.